I told you. Women are becoming sick of this transgender movement, and now they're fighting back. You see, there was only a matter of time before this happened, you know. Anyone with half a brain and half an eye could see that this was going to happen. The trans movement has gone too far, and women are now pushing back. Women have had enough of being categorized and being marginalized and being demonized by a bunch of men, biological men, who think that they're women. Watch this.
Insecure, the power between trans women and cisgender women, and the power of both of us. It would show the world what a real woman is and what real womanhood is.
Now, first of all, because that's what you want to be. That's what you want to do, right? First of all, we're not cis nothing. I'm not a cis nothing. I'm a woman. I am a woman. Where the y'all get cisgender from? Who the told y'all could call us that? This is exactly why we don't with y'all now. But every time you turn around, somebody's talking about, oh, they're transphobic. I'm transphobic. I don't want to be bothered with your ass. I don't want to see your big, brawny built, big back running around in a tube top and a lace front, yelling at me, calling me cis, a cisgender woman. You don't even know what the you are, but you got a name for me. You got mental problems and some more but you got something to call me. When you get a PUSSY, when you get some ovaries, when you crack a baby out your, when you go through a period, when you got to get a hysterectomy, when you get a yeast infection, when you get BV, when you got to deal with a giving you diseases and like that because he that look like you, that's when you can talk to me. But until then, shut your mouth. I don't dress, put on your clothes, and get on Instagram and wear your front weaves and your nails, because ain't none of that got to do with being a woman. Y'all really confused. Like, y'all really confused out here. You really need to go back and put your Nikes on and go back to playing basketball with your boys, because this game ain't for you. You're not strong enough. You ain't been through enough. You don't know nothing about being a woman, especially a black woman. Totally different struggles. So for a black man and a Tyler Perry wig to sit up on a platform and tell us that we insecure? Insecure? You're insecure. You're so insecure in yourself that you're running around telling people that you're a woman. You're so insecure in your manhood that you would rather be a woman, but we're insecure? No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to continue to deal with y'all. Whatever y'all want to call yourselves, y'all need to get y'all together, because constantly coming for us is not going to work, baby.
And this was bound to happen. I'm telling you, this was bound to happen. It was going to happen, folks. Okay? Yes, she used a lot of profanity. She really did. But she's tired. Just like a lot of other women are tired. They're tired of being marginalized. They're tired of being demonized by a bunch of biological men. And I've told you, this is a Trojan horse. I told you this years ago. There's absolutely no way that a bunch of biological men can come into the womanhood section and tell women how to be women. Just like as men, we wouldn't allow biological women to transition into men and tell us what our manhood is. That is not gonna happen. And have you actually noticed that there are a bunch of biological men who are transitioning into women, who are arguing to go into women's spaces, toilets, bathrooms, changing rooms, where there's probably young women around and old women. But have you noticed that biological women are not transitioning to men and arguing to get into men's spaces where there are young boys and older men? Biological women aren't doing that generally. Yes, there are women that transition into quote unquote men, but they're not like, oh my God, we need to use your bathrooms. If you don't let us use your bathrooms, then, you're going to have hell to pay. But there are biological men that are going crazy, that are putting in legislation so they can be where biological women are. And that in your head doesn't throw up a red flag. It doesn't throw up a red flag in your head that biological men are fighting to be where biological women are, under the guise of, oh, I'm a woman too. Biological women know that if they transition into men, they can't come into male sports and dominate. They know that. They know they can't do that. But biological men are transitioning into women and dominating female sports arenas. Like, this whole thing is arse backwards. And like I said before, it's becoming a failed experiment. This experiment is failing, okay? This is a failed experiment. It's not working. Because the bottom line is, the majority of the world, forget just America, the majority of the world, forget just the UK, the majority of the world are straight heterosexual people, right? Who don't buy into the trans agenda. From Africa to the Middle East, to China, to Russia, to all of the other nations, barring the other nations like the UK and America, people aren't buying into this trans agenda. They're not buying into it, but they want the women in this society to buy into it. And like you saw in the video, that woman has had enough. Now, this is what I'm gonna say in closing. Women need to start being more like that woman. And women need to start aligning themselves with men who also do not buy into this trans agenda. And the reason why I say that is because of this. You're still a biological woman, and biological women are not meant to fight biological men. Biological men are meant to fight biological men. And I mean that physically and mentally, right? That's what they're meant to do. That's what we are meant to do. So when women keep running off by themselves saying, oh, we're gonna try and do this, you can't do it by yourselves. You're going to need biological men. You are, okay? So if you're on some I hate men stuff, it's not gonna work for you. Men are gonna be your saviors, your protectors, okay? And the people to bring this thing to a halt. It's going to be men, women. It's not going to be you, okay? I'm just letting you know, it's not going to be you. It's going to be biological men. So with that being said, you need to align yourself with biological men who aren't on this BS. Because for too long, and we already know this, and I said this in my other video, for too long, it's been biological women that have been propping up this LGBTQ trans agenda. It's been women who have been doing it, not men. Oh yeah, this is my trans best friend. Oh yeah, this is my gay best friend. It's been biological women who have been propping up this agenda. Biological women, when us men started saying that these men are coming for your manhood and they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that, you thought we were joking. Well, now you realize that we're not. Now you realize we're not joking. It's really getting peak right now. It's getting peak for you. And the person who is gonna, or the people who are going to defend you are going to be biological men. So you can't come with this, oh, I hate men trope. Because men are gonna be the ones that are gonna save you. Just like war times, okay? Just like in a fire. It is always men that protect women. Always has been, always will be.